Hello, good morning, all of you. Am I audible to all? Okay, okay. So, is screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, good morning to all of you. Today we will start the revision of our fourth chapter from second section, that is static magnetic fields. Okay. We have seen the static electric field and also static magnetic field. So, what is mean by this static electric field? So, when in this static electric field, we are considering the charges which are placed at rest position. Means what? Means these constant charges are producing their own electric field, and electric that field is nothing but electrostatic field. Okay, and why it is static? That static term is used because these charges are constant. Okay, these charges are stationary. But how actually this magnetic field is developed? You have already seen in first year, according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, an EMF is induced. Okay, and how that current flows through the coil when we are giving the supply. Okay, so when the charges are in motion, when means what? When the current flows through any conductor, then it produces the magnetic field also. Okay, uh, around that conductor, and when we are putting uh, or when these flux lines are changing, then EMF get induced. Okay, if the conductor is constant and if we are giving the AC supply, that time your uh, EMF get induced there. Okay, so we have seen that. Now the first important point in this chapter is Biot-Savart's law. Okay, and why this law actually states? This Biot-Savart's law states that at any point P, means we are considering first one filament. One filament means what? A conducting wire. Okay, we are considering one filament, and near to that filament at any point P, we are finding the magnetic field intensity. Okay, due to that filament, we are considering one point on that filament and just connect that point to the point P where we have to find that magnetic field intensity. And this Biot-Savart's law gives you the magnitude of magnetic field intensity. Then that magnetic field intensity directly proportional directly proportional to the product of current and magnitude of differential length. Okay, and sine of the angle between the filament and connecting filament to point P. Okay, means what? When we are considering one filament, okay, just see here that filament is shown. Okay, this filament is there, and one point P is considered somewhere near to that filament, and again we are considering the differential length of this filament, that is dl bar, and current flowing through that filament is I. Then, and if we want to find the magnetic field intensity at point P due to this filament, then that is given by this dh bar. This dh bar is equal to, or only dh is proportional to, idl sine theta, and it is also proportional to 1 upon r square. And what is this sine theta? This sine theta is the angle between this filament and the line which is connecting this filament to point P. Okay, so this angle is nothing but sine theta, and this r, actually it is inversely proportional to r, and that r is the distance from this filament to point P. Okay, so we can define this dh as proportional to ideal sine theta upon r square, and this dH is equal to K into ideal sine theta upon r square ampere per meter, and this K is the constant of proportionality and it is 1 upon 4 pi. Okay, so we get the final equation as dH bar is equal to ideal bar sine theta upon 4 pi r square. Now in this equation, actually angle sine theta is used, right? Sine theta is there. Then is there any equation which contains the sine theta? Okay, we have seen the dot product, cross product, okay, that in vector multiplication. So that dot product is a bar dot b bar is equal to mod of a bar mod of b bar into cos theta, right? There is a cosine angle, but for cross product it is given as a bar cross b bar is equal to mod of a bar mod of b bar into sine theta. Okay, so if uh, if there is angle sine theta, we can hello. So if there is angle sine theta, then we can write any two vectors by using the cross product. Okay, means in terms of this cross product. Now here, actually this current is a scalar quantity. This current is a scalar quantity here, but dl bar is a vector quantity. Now you have only one vector there and angle is sine theta. Then if you want to write this term in terms of cross product, then what we have to do? We have to multiply by such a vector which has one value, okay, which has value equal to 1, so that your dl bar remains as it is. Okay, so we are multiplying here by a unit vector, okay, which has magnitude 1, because this unit vector is giving only direction. It is giving only direction and its magnitude is equal to 1. So I can multiply this term by unit vector a bar r. So this dh bar becomes I dl bar here cross a bar r. Now here this dl bar is one vector and your a bar r is another vector. This is the cross product of these two vectors dl bar and a bar r. Now here you can see the cross product is shown, that is dl bar cross a bar r, which is equal to, now it is just like the vector product of these two vectors, that is a bar and b bar. Now this, consider this a bar as dl bar and b bar as a bar r, then we get mod of a bar mod of b bar. Similarly here, now mod of this vector dl bar is nothing but only dl, right? It is the magnitude of vector dl bar, it is only dl. Similarly, mod of Similarly, here mod of unit vector a bar r means magnitude of this vector is 1, right? So we get only dl into sine theta. Means what? There is no any effect if I multiply by unit vector. Okay, so that we can write this term in terms of the cross product. Okay, so everyone is getting whatever I am telling. So I'm going with the basics, so that if anyone have missed that point, so that we you can understand. Okay, because this chapter is important and everyone must understand. Okay, so this is a easy chapter and you will get full marks. Okay. Okay. So here unit of this magnetic field intensity is ampere per meter. Okay, now here actually the symbols are given, what is mean by this cross a bar r, idl bar and r. Okay, now how actually you can write this? Now actually this is given for differential length dl bar, means for small section we have considered. Now for whole filament we can write the Biot-Savart law in general form as h bar is equal to, by taking integration of I into dl bar cross a bar r upon 4 pi r square. Okay, so this is the integral form of Biot-Savart law. Okay, this question is asked as state and explain Biot-Savart law. So if such a question is asked, first you have to write the statement, then you have to write this mathematical expression, and then you have to give the explanation by drawing this diagram. Okay, so this question will be asked for 4 marks. Okay, an important question, so don't neglect. So the next point is one example is there. So these examples are also very simple. You'll easily get marks if you understood the first chapter, that is vector analysis. Okay. Yes. नाही ओपन होतं. वरती असतात ना ते. Okay. So here just see one example. Given points A of 1 to 4, B of -2, -1, 3, and C of 3, 1, -2. Let a differential current element with I is equal to 6 ampere and dl bar is equal to 10 raised to -4 meter be located at A. Okay, the direction of dl is from A to B, means one again filament is given through which current of 6 ampere is flowing. The point A is there having coordinates 1, 2 and 4, and point B is there having coordinates -2, -1 and 3. Okay, and just wait, huh? नाही ते म्यूटच आहे. मी तिथून स्टार्ट केलं. हां ते जातेच तेवढं. ओके. So here we have to find this magnetic field intensity at point C. Okay, and C is having coordinates 3, 1 and -2. Okay, so we have to use here as it is directly given that find the magnetic field intensity dH bar at point C. Okay, at point C we have to find, so we have to use the Biot-Savart's law. Now how actually we can find this? We must know only the formula so that we can easily find this. Okay, so dH bar is equal to I dl bar cross a bar r upon 4 pi r square. Now here you can see the current is already given. Now dl bar, this hello. So here dl bar is equal to mod of dl bar is given and it is 10 raised to -4 meter. Now a bar r. So this a bar r is the unit vector from point A to point C. Okay, because if you see the example, what is given, this dl mod of dl be located at point A, means we have to find the magnetic field intensity from point A to point C. Okay, means we have to consider that distance. Okay, so here first find to find the unit vector, you have to first find the vector which is connecting point A to point C. Okay, so vector, how to find this vector r bar? To find any vector, just write the end point minus start point. So here end point is 3, -1 into unit vector a bar x, as both the points are given in Cartesian coordinate system. Then plus 1 minus 2 into a bar y plus minus 2 minus 4 into a bar z. So this r bar is equal to 2 a bar x minus a bar y and minus 6 a bar z. So you get here vector r bar. From that find its magnitude, that is mod of r bar, and this mod of r bar is nothing but the magnitude of vector ac bar. Okay, so this mod of r bar will be square root of plus 2 square minus 1 square and plus minus 6 square. So it is square root of 41. And any unit vector can be defined as that vector divided by its magnitude. Okay, so remember these basic terms. So firstly you have to study the first chapter there. Okay, first study the first chapter, then you can easily solve these terms, because most of the students even don't know the definition of the unit vector also. Okay, because in unit test many students given the wrong answer of this unit vector. Okay, so that is vector divided by its magnitude. So just find this unit vector. Then what is the remaining quantity? No remaining quantity, so only put the magnitudes. Okay, so here one more thing is dl bar. We have to find the differential length dl bar also, because only here magnitude is given. So I dl bar, so this I dl bar is equal to, I current is 6 ampere and dl bar is 10 raised to minus 4 meter. It is given, but that is mod of dl bar. But if you see the equation, we require here dl bar only, that is vector. Now from any magnitude, if you want to write that magnitude in terms of vector, you have to just multiply by a unit vector. Okay, in its direction. Now if you see the filament, this filament is from point a to b. Okay, and total length is 10 raised to minus 4. Okay, total length is 10 raised to minus 4 meter, but you have to give the direction. Now what will be the direction? Direction will be from point a to b. Therefore here we have to find the unit vector in direction of this ab, and that unit vector is a bar ab, which is equal to ab bar upon mod of ab. Again find this vector ab bar, and that vector ab bar is equal to minus 2 minus 1 a bar x plus minus 1 minus 2 a bar y plus 3 minus 4 a bar z. So we get here ab bar as minus 3 a bar x minus 3 a bar y minus a bar z divided by mod of ab bar, means it is minus 3 square plus minus 3 square plus minus 1 square. Okay, so we get this term and we get I dl bar also. Now we have to take the cross product. Actually this current and dl bar is in milliampere meter. Okay, this term is measured, I dl bar is measured in ampere meter. Now just put the values here. Dh bar is equal to I dl bar, that is this term, cross a bar r. Now a bar r is this term divided by 4 pi r square, that is 4 pi into r square is only 41. So we get here this term dh bar is equal to. Now actually here we have to take the cross product. So cross product can be found by using the determinant, or you can directly write here also. Okay, means by one term. So we get dh bar as this term in microampere per meter. Now this example is asked either for 4 marks or for 6 marks. Okay, now for given data there will be 1 mark, for formulae there will be 1 mark, and for solution there will be 2 marks. So according to the given format of that question paper, there will be marks. Okay, so that may be asked for 6 marks also. Okay, now next point. उघड. Okay, एक minute. Mute. दोन आहेत कंटिन्युअस. हां ठीक. हां. Hello. So next point is applications of this Biot-Savart law. Okay, so everyone is getting the points. Hello. Hello. Everyone is getting the points. Any doubt? Hello. If anyone have any doubt, please ask me. So is there any doubt? And everyone put your roll number and name. Okay, so that your attendance will be considered. There is one Redmi. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So one student is there. Please change your name there. Okay. So that it will be easy for attendance, because I'll not understand your roll number there. Roll number, or put your name or roll number at least. Okay. So next point is Biot-Savart's law. So this Biot-Savart's law is again used to find the magnetic field intensity, right? So due to the filament, now we can consider there the finite filament, infinite filament, and due to the circular ring. Okay, so this magnetic field intensity due to an infinite filament on z-axis. Okay, so here, first of all, this filament is nothing but one conductor. Okay, one conductor through which current is flowing. Okay, now here consider one conductor which is placed on this z axis. Okay, consider one conductor which is placed on this z axis, and its length is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, here the conductor is placed on this z-axis and its length is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity, as this is an infinite filament. Okay, so here this filament is placed from negative z-axis to positive z-axis. Okay, and consider any one point on this filament, and the total length of that small section will be dl bar, if the total length we consider as l. Now as this filament is placed on z-axis, okay, it's placed on z-axis, the coordinates of this dl bar will be, actually we are considering here, you can see here, we can considering here the cylindrical coordinate system. Okay, And for cylindrical, the coordinates are r, phi and z. Okay, and we are considering point P on this y-axis. Actually we are considering again cylindrical coordinate system, so we will put accordingly the coordinates also. Okay, so here point P is placed on y-axis, and that point P will be nothing but the radius of your cylinder. Okay, uh, and just connect this source point, that is dl bar, to point P, so that we can find the magnetic field intensity at point P. Now the coordinates of this point will be in cylindrical system, the coordinates are r, phi and z. Okay, and this point P is placed at y-axis, means this point P is having some radius. Okay, because it is nothing but the radius of cylinder. Okay, so this point P will have some radius from this z-axis, because if we consider the cylindrical coordinate system, that time we are placing that cylinder uh, considering the z-axis as the center, of that cylinder. So the point P will be considered as the radius of that cylinder. Okay, so r coordinate will be present there. Then second coordinate is phi. So this phi is the angle which is starting from x-axis and again ending with the x-axis, but that angle rotates at 360 degree, and this angle is same along this z-axis. Okay, it remains same along this z-axis. So everywhere if you go on this filament, that angle remains same. Okay, so whatever may be the angle. Okay, so this phi will be also present there, and the last coordinate is z. Now as the point P is placed on y-axis itself, okay, the z coordinate will be 0 there. Because this is in it comes in x and y plane actually, so here z coordinate is 0, because it is in line of this origin. Now the coordinates of this dl bar, uh, first coordinate is r. Now r is the radius of that cylinder, so radius r at the center of this cylinder will be 0. Okay, because this z axis is the center of this cylinder, therefore this r is equal to 0 there. Then phi will be present. Okay, why phi is present? Because I just told you, at every point on this z axis this phi angle is present. Okay, phi is present, and z is also present because this filament is placed on z axis itself. Therefore it will be the distance from origin to dl, and that is nothing but z. So everyone is getting the point? Any problem? Any doubt? Hello? Hello? Any doubts? Roll number 16, Shivani. Roll number 16.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, these are the coordinates. Now we have to find the magnetic field intensity due to this infinite filament. So, just apply the Biot-Savart's law, that is dH bar is equal to IDL bar cross A bar R upon 4 pi R square. Okay. So, we have to again find unit vector here in direction of this point P. Okay, because here you can see the r is the distance between this dl and point P, and r bar is the vector in direction of point P. So first find vector r bar. So this vector r bar is equal to end point minus start point. Now here end point is r minus 0 a bar r, because we are using here the cylindrical coordinate system. So it is r minus 0 a bar r plus phi minus phi a bar phi plus 0 minus z a bar z. Correct? So this r bar is equal to r a bar r minus z a bar z. So from that find the mod of r bar and a bar r. So this a bar r is equal to r a bar r minus z a bar z upon square root of r square plus z square. So just put these values so that we get dh bar is equal to idl bar cross this a bar r. This a bar r is this term divided by square root of r square plus z square and divided by 4 pi r square, this term. So this 4 pi into r square, this r square will be only r square plus z square. So we get this term. Now we have to write the equation for this idl bar. Now how to write this idl bar? I is a scalar quantity which remains as it is. Now dl bar, we are writing this dl bar, this is a vector and we are writing this in terms of its magnitude into unit vector. Now this dl bar, you can see this is placed on z axis. Okay, so its magnitude will be dz. If I consider total length of this filament is L, which is placed on the z-axis, and this total length of filament is nothing but the total length of the z-axis. Similarly, if I consider any differential length of this filament, that is dl bar, and that will be equal to the differential length of this z-axis, that is dz bar, and that vector can be written as dz into a bar z. Okay, so this idl bar is equal to I dz a bar z, and put here the value now. So dh bar is equal to I dz a bar z upon 4 pi into this term, that is r a bar r minus z a bar z. Now this term becomes